And you're also free to use Bobby's rapier if you prefer it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I think I'll try that one. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was.
Thank you.
Effingham stepped in with like, here's the facts as I know them. Okay. That's even substantive. But it is very clearly.
Yeah. What do you bring in? I guess.
Very authoritative in the body.
Not authorized.
A little slow. By practice.
Yeah, but I wanted it for 35.
Yeah. Or to your left.
And it exposes your hand a lot to have it up here. Super.
Sorry for the foot stomp.
Forgive me for that beautiful
Crushed it through my heart.
Woo!
That was already 5 minutes.
This is us. We usually do 30
Oh yeah, that's right.
in a go at that speed. Oh.
Isn't it great to have Nikolai back?
I'm gonna just keep the camera rolling for YouTube video, right, you guys?
That's fine. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, nice seeing you.
Move this out yourself? Yeah, and I could do a little bit better on the indexing, but yeah, I like the skin on because it makes it a little less whippy.
Yeah.
As it is, they have a lot of give to them, which is great. Secondaries are legal, right? So that's why I wear the belt dagger so that when they put the hand on the spear and they think they've got it, I go. So that's fun.
Right. The only other thing is you can't hurt it.
Yeah. Don't plant it. Don't receive a charge, right?
Right.
But we don't do that with our swords. So.
Wow, this is got range.
Yeah.
And then obviously if they get in too close,
Right. Yeah. Choke up on the shaft rather than try to bring it back online.
Right.
Because I think one of the things people are afraid of is that somebody's gonna have that oh shit moment where you've gone really wide, they've knocked you offline, but you don't know what the thrust, and they think I gotta go this. That's not the correct response. The correct response is
pull back. Yep.
and I think people are gonna learn that that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
Do you have any questions, comments, concerns before we start? Okay. That's fine. I'm ready. Oh, man. Other hand down.
Nice deflections. Nice. We both caught it and went, nope. A nice hand.
Oh.
Make me laugh.
Hey, I won't belittle you. I thank you for that.
And
Dead, nice. Dead, nice. You want to do 2 more? There was more slap. You got the camera, go.
Way before you got that close. That used to be on Mac. And I call luck on that.
Questions, comments, thoughts, concerns?
No one's saying
It is nice to just have your own.
you're thinking too much
This
in
is
range.
just more
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still learning
You're still learning it.
this weapon. The thing that keep remembering to do halfway through the passes is to fight it more period in the way that I should be casting it out more into the center space because it controls the space by being there and then fighting around there rather than trying to do a more traditional, closer to the body curve.
So you're almost more you're grinding between gears.
Yeah.
You know where you need to be, but you're fighting muscle memory with you that you're used to. Because you're fighting your alehouse dagger memory.
Yeah. Yep.
Not the saber memory, not that. It's a single alehouse dagger single memory that you fight.
Handkerchiefs and making little bells.
Because that
and
is that
I also
fight.
don't own a sewing
This
machine.
fight, yeah.
So I'm trying to learn to hand sew and hopefully get fast
And I
enough
had to
that
do
it's
Polish
not
cross
such a-
techniques.
Yeah.
Had to.
Yeah. Absolutely. What was
It
it?
worked beautifully.
Yeah. I was like,
Oh! Yay! So I was that friend.
So is the answer to that Polish crosscut or not with my rig?
For some reason the bobbins
Yes, what your rig.
busted in some
But
way
you're too
that they'd have to
hesitant
take
and
to
you're
the
thinking
shop.
too much.
yeah.
After
Okay.
the third one, I'm
Cross-
like,
Oh, okay. You're still asleep. You have to get moving.
Right.
I don't think it's too bad.
Because per our practice, in between this practice and our last one, that's pretty much come to you're better today, but you're still asleep.
Right.
And that's for fighting. Okay. If you're looking
Grim,
for
do you have a dance?
No, I don't.
Feel free to use that today if you would like.
Would you like to have a dance?
Nikolai is also on our
Maybe this is another more so because of what it is. You see a couple matches square up.
Well, let me grab
on and just like
I was gonna say, or you can grab my Gion
for
right
at
in the
least a
back.
minute. So one of the noses, the other one relaxed. Arm or back?
You had back.
You're good. It was a little hard. It might have hit you on a hard spot.
It's all right.
In order to do that, you need that mindset. That way, I can flip the hole. You take the 50 on the left, I take the 50 on the right. Oh, look, sandwich. So that's what that is. Nice. It was on the arm, but to be perfectly honest, because I said nice. No, I knew I had the arm cut. I just had to get out before I could. You probably could have reversed the sword and gotten. So taken the arm and then come in. Okay. The kill. Actually, do you want to back up? Or do you want to reset? No, I'm good to keep going. Oh, we're done. Yeah, where you were in a very good situation to kill me. Fair enough. How did yours feel? I heard it clip my tongue. But
Yeah, I heard something down here, but I also heard you hitting here. So
I managed to get across your neck on a cut. It might have been a double, it might have just been me, I don't know. Alright. Did you feel like you had good contact down here?
I think I did.
Okay.
And that was 4, so we're on 5?
Sure. Alright. That's what you're
Just trying to play by the martial and sergeant rules.
okay. Good shot for somebody else there. Yes, cool. Yes? Yep. Okay. Good fight. Yeah, the hand is not nearly, I like that. Your hand looks very open.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, well, you know, it's like, I bet it's not as open as I think it is. So I'm not going to go for it. But it's like, you know what? There are so many people in this kingdom. That's what they're going to do. So I'm going to go for it. And sure enough, it went away. Yeah.
How did you do against Nikolai?
landed over here.
Right, like that one feel I had on you last week where I had both hands up here for you, and I was just like, oh.
You got me right in the elbow. Sorry, that was stiff.
That's
Are
okay.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I got really good protection.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
That's good protection there too.
Wow. So I'm like, wait, because I caught myself and I'm like, okay, I'm used to fighting for 40. Let's get myself to 43. Water's on the roof. Because of the way dark would measure. Right. Dark would
Then measures from there as well.
Was that then measured from the process? That's a little bit. You think we'll end it eventually? Oh, it's a one guard. Okay. Stay put. May I adjust your hand?
Sure.
And my team can fight more often people generally.
Pommel knot needs to be in line. It doesn't feel natural,
Oh.
but that small guard covers all of that.
Okay.
I was sniping it because when you're up like that, I mean, I'll show you. So, this is what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
See the target?
Yeah.
That's pommel knot in this.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's what was going on. So, doesn't feel right, but it's something you can practice with the dowel at home is in the crook of the wrist.
With the doorknob?
Yeah. Initial stance is good.
Okay.
The footwork seems like you're fighting your muscle memory. What martial arts did you do? That explains it. Okay. Okay, because like footwork was boxer's footwork, which is fine.
Yeah.
Just needs a
You
little
don't
tweak.
need to. There's no offense here.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Just for this, it's different.
Uh-huh.
There's a variant of that, but for the basic, you want to go forward, foot moves first. You want to go back foot moves first. You want to go left, go left first. You want to go right, you can go right first. You can do that at speed, even going back and forth. You can still have that cadence with the boxing, it's just that it needs to be wide enough so you're stable to recover this if you do a lunge. Boxer's footwork, you can only really do thrust, you'll never have a lunge. Or if you lunge, you won't recover. So, just getting used to that footwork, which will take some practice. With your proper advance, pick a line on any ground. Proper one is, that should be up your setup once you take the step. Same thing with retreat. That should go up your center. That shows you the proper length of step for that type of footwork.
Well, I mean,
talking about you, huh?
but that in that case it wasn't that you did something different.
Most of your parries are coming directly from the wrist. That's going to kill your wrist eventually.
What I mean by forgetting is when you do the wrong thing.
I mean, they're nice and strong, they got the blade out of the way, but by doing a lot of this, your tip is never on line.
Seems like too much work.
And it also wears you out.
No.
Because most of my attacks, if I parry, it's just that and just in. Not very fast. Because it doesn't have to be fast, it just has to be in the right time. So, as far as parries go, if you go under, you're probably shown these two practices ago. That's all you need to parry the outside line. That's all you need for the inside line. The inside line you just play pretty slow. It's not much, but it works. I'll go real slow and just use the same parry. And I go through the outside line, just roll it over. Now, even with that a little bit, if I continue that line, you didn't have to move. Just do that rotation again. Attack the outside line, other way. Stay put. That's more than you need, but it shows the point. That goes all the way over there with that little bit of movement. Same thing for the inside.
And I didn't know.
So, like on the inside, break the wrist inside. Look where that goes. Doesn't take much. Does not take much.
Okay.
But Rome isn't built in a day. So, just showing you the basic stuff. So, you don't need much for parries. Try to keep the point on line with the wrist. A good exercise for that is pretty much just playing a dowel against the wall or a broom handle. And just, with it stuck where it is, just parrying around in that cone of defense. See how it forms a cone? Simple thing to do at home. Very simple.
Thanks.
Welcome. Good.
Once you've got it, then you can take it. Right.
Now the thing is that I've noticed, so I have the halberd design on the maximum diameter shaft, at the maximum muscle, and you can't really hit something because it has so much mass that either it's going,
Alistair,
or it's going
Or
bam.
nice person.
There's no, it's hard to find the middle ground for it.
Makes sense.
So I haven't been bringing it and using it. The other thing I found is the halberd shape is legal,
Yeah.
but the point on the axe head does not flex.
Oh, so it's not.
So if I miss and that point hits you,
Yeah.
it sucks. Or if the spike on the back catches you while I'm pulling in,
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
it's no good.
I mean, period technique.
Sure, absolutely.
But so punching him in the face with the buckler.
Exactly. Like if I and
I can. Alistair, do you want to long or short? There is a plate where a guy's slamming the button.
You're dead. Okay, so my hand is waking up. Good.
Resume.
New fencer, you don't get your shot block. Yes, my on.
I know I've thrown shots, and I said to Bobby, "Oh God, that was too hard." Are you all right, Bobby? Like that.
Okay, yeah, all right.
It's a line inside. Out, cost.
All right. One more.
Yep. Last word of the guy who was stabbed and it means they're very fashionable. Yeah, no, it's like I am. So there's a concept.
It's a rapier. Oh, you just finished up. Damn.
Otherwise, I was going to say your cuts don't count, tip only.
Because it's a rapier. Not bad and then for women's thing. It is bad and then for artists. However, comma. Why are you listening to him?
Arbor is one of those words that I know Crawford in his translation had a translation arbor
A good placement there on mine.
But yeah.
So close. Like one of my favorite songs.
Yes, it did. It actually caught my ear. I think you hooked this bit and pulled.
No, I didn't get your hand.
Right. I think I was going for this parry, so you snagged right in here and yanked.
Couldn't do it again if I wanted to.
Right, yeah. Ask me about the time I almost stabbed my friend in the eye. Or, you know, if you ever meet him, he'll tell you. He loves to tell that story. Yeah, nice. God, that's dumb long.
Who's somebody rooting about on his roof, stabs through the guy that goes off there. Organ falls off the roof, but he manages to get to his feet. He's badly injured, but he makes his way to the venue. And the leader of the venue, he's her wife, says, Organ, it's Gunnar. You can't see him. Organ doesn't see how badly Organ is hurt. Organ, it's Gunnar. Organ replies, that I shall have to find out first. But I will tell you this. He's up there. Isn't it great?
You okay?
Yeah, you're just effort.
Yup.
Thank you, I think.
Yes, correct. It's not a bad thing. It's annoying, but like in a good way. Yeah, nice.
Nice!
Good.
I went past.
You went past? Okay.
Yep.
You certainly made me work for it. I don't know how you didn't get that. But I saw God. Good on. I felt like it was a slap on top. Did you have point?
I couldn't tell.
Okay.
Don't take it.
Yes, now you're going to try to do it on purpose. I didn't want this either, so we can both be upset about it.
Thing's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Not used to holding it yet.
That's fair. That's fair. Smart. Come out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Yep.
One more.
Yeah. That's about all I've got left.
Yeah.
The sword shot, absolutely not. Dagger, yes. Good stuff.
Long blade single, I'll do long blade and anything else too. But yeah, just my 40 foot. I can take out my long blade. That's a little riskier because I like.
Can you define rigid protection for me?
Everybody else.
Hard plastic or steel.
Thank you.
For how everyone's staring at me.
I know.
It's
This
like,
is the worst part.
Puncture
exciting.
resistant along the torso, back of the head, and torso includes groin and armpits. Abrasion resistant over the rest of the body, including hands, all the legs.
Can you define puncture resistant and abrasion resistant for me?
Puncture resistant passes the drop test, in which
That's what I needed to hear. Yep. Can you define abrasion resistant for me?
won't tear if you drag the
Excellent.
blade along it.
Is spandex or nylons acceptable?
No, you're not allowed to ask me questions.
Yeah. No
That's
side up. Everybody else is first.
I think she answered the question. 'Cause that's the test. Can any skin be exposed?
This is not a PhD panel.
From
Only
the
one
most
questioner.
You already know what exactly.
From the most recent review, incidental skin exposure is okay. For
Excellent.
example, if I stab and this comes back a little, it's okay, but I can't go in barehanded.
Got it. Okay.
Excellent.
I'm satisfied on the armor standard. So, one last question. Do you have to wear shoes?
I want to say yes, but then I think of what's his name, the unshod. So I'm gonna go with yes.
He is not a fencer.
But yes. Yes is a good
And
answer.
what he wears on
Yes
the
is
field
the answer.
technically counts
Yes
as suit.
is the technical answer. I think as long as your feet are covered, you don't necessarily have to wear shoes.
So as long as it was something abrasion
But under
resistant.
the umbrella or definition of you must be safe. Yes.
And also, no exposed skin.
Well, it sucks.
I think that's theoretically you can
There
use.
are things that you can wear on your feet that aren't. What kind of shoes?
Because I think other people wear socks with those like strappy sandals. and
Yeah.
that's okay.
Okay. So
Oh,
tell
that's
me.
fine with me. I mean, the problem with socks is that they're slippery.
Oh, I agree. If there was a safety issue,
That's fine.
Okay,
Actually-
so starting at the tip. The
Okay.
tip is a different color.
And
from
there
the
are
tape.
actually
There is a
period,
tip and tape. They are secure. They are not going to come off.
They're
Okay.
And if it get caught
in
in
some periods they would
your
actually put
bout at all, you
soles
stop
on
and
the
you
end of
check
hose.
Okay.
So
You are
yeah,
checking
if you
for-
wear
I'm gonna
something
interrupt
like
you
that, I
quickly.
mean,
So
sure.
the tape has to contrast to the tip. Does it have to contrast to anything else?
the tip and the blade.
Thank you.
Checking the blade for any cracks or nicks, which are not permitted.
Okay.
Checking the blade for any burrs, if it can be filed off, it is permitted.
Okay.
There can be bends in the blade must be rebent and stay straight throughout practice. That is allowed. There can be no S bends. If you can rebend it into a single curve, it is okay, as long as it can stay throughout one practice or day of use.
Okay. Is there no acceptable level of bend in a sword blade? Other than a curve, obviously.
The amount of flex required is a 6-ounce weight hung from the tip and a 1-inch drop.
Okay. Gotcha. Anything special about the hilts?
You can't have the curved bullions, and you can't have spaces that are bigger than 6 millimeters.
Okay. I think that's specifically for light rapier.
Okay.
Yeah, because Grim has a hilt.
Everything is secure. The hilt is straight in line with the blade. The hilt cannot be curved to the blade, and there can only be one.
And fair
blade.
warning,
Yep.
I'm
Excellent.
bringing my long blade because I don't want to.
If my blade is like this, let's say for instance that, is this a weapon that I'm safely allowed to fight with?
If it has that bend.
If it has this
naturally.
bend naturally, do I have to address that before fencing? Let's go with this. If this is the bend my blade has, is this a safe weapon to fight with?
I mean, she can't see down
I
it the
can't
way you
even
can.
see
Oh, I'm so
the
sorry.
bend on the blade there.
If I had threads, so I'd show
It has to be bent back so it's straight.
That's a
Yeah.
fuzzier one. You can have a blade that's a little bit bent, as long as the bend is not severe. As
Gentle
long as it's
C.
smooth bend.
Can't be an S. C's are okay.
Right.
bend.
But you can also have a kink.
No kinks, but that's why I said gentle C curve.
So if it's a single, like,
Gentle,
minimal bend-
intentional seeker.
Well, not
That.
even intentional, just like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
or a blade
Or
that.
rather, yeah, let me do it up. so
Well,
you
actually,
can see
let
it.
me grab Grim's sword because I was like, hey Grim, can I borrow your 40 for half a second?
Oh, my 40.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, this one. This is okay.
Oh, okay.
But that's about the
That's the
That
limit.
is the limit. That's this close to being a kink.
It's any further, and I would say it's a kink.
Oh, limit to the
The
thing.
C.
Yes, yeah.
I thought you meant the limit to the length. Okay.
So,
No.
Are there
Just
any
pointing out that yes, that C is good. Anymore, it's almost a kink.
Okay.
Almost.
Anything over 18 inches is a sword, under 18 inches is a dagger.
okay,
I do not know outer limit dimensions.
gotcha.
Don't look at me. Last I knew it was like 48, but that was
It's
years ago.
45 measured from the top of the guard, so the full length of the blade can be longer than 45 inches, but it is from the top of
It
the
is
guard.
from the
that
top of
it's
it?
measured. Yeah, and there's a certain, and I forget the ratio of the handle.
Just one commentary on this.
Yes.
It's like this is not a marshal's examination. This is
Thank
an
you,
initial
Nikolai.
author. This is like if
Fair
this was
enough.
a marshal's
thinking that too. I was
examination,
looking, but I
then
was
the
like-
numbers make sense.
Yeah.
For a new fencer, since they're not doing inspections, is a blade this long or this much longer than this okay, or is this too long? Would be the extent of it. Don't go for the hard
Fair
numbers.
enough.
That
Yeah.
is not.
Thank you,
That's beyond
Nikolai.
expectations.
Yeah.
Resume.
Armor,
There was
blade.
there's a chat about that.
Melee.
'Cause that's why a lot of
Melee.
heavy fighters are
Um,
very
Tell me, so at the start, at the layout of
because
melee,
it's like
who are you engaged with?
nitpicking
You are
about the
engaged with
numbers.
all opponents. In a line, you are engaged with everyone in a 180 degree measure to the line.
Okay.
You can engage with someone if you are within the 180 degree peripheral, and that includes, depending on the specific rules of the melee, a strike from behind, in which you must place your safely and kindly place your blade on the shoulder at least 6 inches past so that you are now within their peripheral vision,
Okay.
and then announce kindly, you are dead, sir.
Got it.
You are not permitted to avoid getting killed by purposely turning your back to someone so they can get in your peripherals.
Can I come from outside of your 180 into your 180 and immediately hit you?
If you are inside my 180, yes.
Okay. So you do have to get your opponent's attention before you throw
Okay.
a shot.
If you're
Unless
stepping.
if you are stepping into their 180, the exception being if I'm on a line, if I step into a line that you're on. A line opposite the line you're on. So if we're in, my line is engaged with your line, I can step into the line and hit you without you being aware.
Okay.
Essentially, what they didn't want is people to come up and jack people in the side of the jaw by
Yeah.
not having their full attention or letting
For
them.
me to sprint around in front of you and go, yeah, while you're still wondering what I'm doing there.
Thanks.
Anyway, if you can hold the weapon for me and take a step forward. If I'm coming from outside your engagement into your engagement, can I do this without getting your attention?
No, you cannot take away my weapon.
Okay, so I can block. I can
You can
absolutely
foul your weapon.
foul your weapon without getting your attention.
Because that's not a safe.
Because that's not. I'm not hitting you.
Okay.
And if my opponent is, if my friend is standing there, they're going to take advantage of that. I'm trying to remember what the specific rules on movement speed in melee is, because I think we've had some Penzic variations, right? Because it was for Penzic last, like no running into engagement. But I don't remember the rules.
Well, what is engagement would be the proper question. It's like, if you're at a run and going to where the line will set up,
Yeah.
roughly
And
where
the
would
rules
you
change.
stop based on your engagement length? So, say you're running toward me in a melee, there's a certain point where you have to stop to engage me safely. So, say,
Careful.
alright,
about where would you stop versus me in a mirror?
To safely engage,
Yep.
I will make sure I have your attention before.
Well, you have my attention. We're running at each other on a battle.
So move to what you think the appropriate distance is.
So I'm in an entire line. Where would you stop to engage me safely? Where would you stop?
Bam!
To engage you.
Mm-hmm.
All I did was hit the sword that was already impaled.
About here.
Okay. Is that where you would stop running?
No, I would walk up to.
There we go.
That's what we
it.
needed. That's
Excellent.
what we wanted.
Okay,
Where would you reasonably start, slow down, or stop before engaging me? Because I'm still going, you're still going. You would stop and
Stop before we get to the point where we can hit each other.
Exactly.
And
That's
then
all we
walk
were
to
looking
that.
for.
Target area.
It hit me in the hand, but I mean, my hand was literally right here.
Yeah, you take the hand.
No, that was a kill.
Kill?
It was a kill. Okay. No doubt about it. Yeah, my hand, it hit me in the hand. My hand was right here. So, realistically speaking,
Yeah.
what would have happened? Would have gone right through my hand and right into my chest.
Right.
And my heart is on the other side, but that's still a sucking chest wound. Thank you, Chris. I was like, my hand was not far enough away from my chest.
Oh, I figured. Wow. Okay, look at how good you are now. Right? That's always fun. So definitely try to get advanced. It's Katsu, right? Katsu, yeah.
Because what you hit was about 3 inches shorter, closer than what you're aiming at. Yeah. Yeah. It was actually a little higher than that. When I was bending over.
Our
Yeah, it was
leg,
right
where
about,
you lose the
you
use
would
of
have got
that.
me right through here.
If you get hit in the hand, you can still do the handless version.
Okay. If you get hit in the arm,
Which would have been a second
what
chest
happens if you get hit in the arm?
You use the loose. You lose the use of that arm, but you can switch arms.
What if you lose both arms?
Then you are you should yield for safety.
So yeah, you are dead at that point. You don't have to yield. If I get stabbed in the toe, can I do this?
No, you must be kneeling.
Got it. Can I do this? Can I? Let's say that for instance.
No, if any part of your leg has been taken out of commission, you are legged.
What if I'm standing on gravel? Do I
Look,
have to go to
dude,
my knees?
not exceptions.
Fair
Don't do
enough.
an exception.
Well, so posting is a legal other method.
I know it's a legal other method, either
Your
due to
opponent-
medical if agreed upon before fight. But this is starting to drift into medical and martial level question.
Yeah, you can stand in place if there is a reason for you not to go down. It's
I
called
think it's
posting.
worth clarifying it, but maybe not necessarily as a question, because
Right.
I do think it's important that people
Well,
know
and
They
that.
should
if
know
I
it.
ask and she
They
knows,
should know
that's
it.
great. If she doesn't, that's not a problem.
Okay,
My
that's
current
fair.
understanding of the whole leg issue is that you should pause as your opponent is going to kneel and ask, are you comfortable continuing? And if there's any reason they are not comfortable kneeling or continuing, you work from there.
That works. Okay. Target zone, different kind of shots. No, offhand. What can you do with your offhand?
So use of an offhand. What you can't do is grab onto the blade so that if you wanted to move back, you couldn't.
Okay.
What I can do is I can knock your blade aside,
Okay.
I can sort of catch and push, but I cannot close my hands around your blade so that if you let go, I would be
Got
holding.
it. Can I legally do this?
It would be a dick move, but yes.
That's a very good answer.
It would be a dick move.
So
But yeah,
I'm gonna ask this question. The rules have just changed on this. Put the hand up a little bit more for me. Can I do this?
With your hand.
With my hand on your hand.
What's up with the car?
And now you're like, the rules have just changed, so it's a trick question.
Yes, it's
that's not true.
yeah, it is.
There is an answer.
There is a solid, definitive answer.
So long as your hand is open and you're not holding my hand and limiting my movement, yes.
Okay, excellent. So the rule change is that from the wrist up is considered part of the weapon in terms of blade contact rules. Can I touch anywhere else on it with my offhand?
Not unless if you are doing cut and thrust, grapple, previously agreed upon, etc.
Supreme exception. Is there any other? So can we make any other kind of body contact at all? Is there anything that's okay?
A line between trees and then you'll go over the water.
Nothing within just rapier. Again, cut, thrust, grapple, that's fine.
There is some fledgling new rules for incidental contact that is mildly okay,
But not intentional.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Am I forgetting anything?
I mean, I thought we were.
The checklist is pretty complete.
Yeah.
Thank you, my savior.
Excellent. Go fight Nikolai.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, we talk about you behind your back.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you end up sending it, but when you pick it up, you're like, oh, there's a gash and you don't want to throw away from you people.
Where I ask questions to
It's also
gauge where they're at.
They might have an in-depth level of knowledge. If not, you don't penalize them for it.
I think because this is going to be a private conversation.
Okay. Alright. Double tail? Yep. Is the calibration a bit tough? Sorry, I think we're both
Left-handed. Right. Can't hold on to it, but I can get out of it. As long as I can get out of there. Right? It doesn't necessarily have to be in the direction I want. But when you push it down, I have to come back. But as long as I can get away. Can't go like that. Can't hold it. You can push it. Lift your leg. Can't hold it.
How close was that? Just curious.
You're close. Okay.
I don't know if you got me before I got you.
Yeah, they're like, semi-rigid. I like them. But no, I think you got me after there as it spreads over the sword. Like, they actually serve the purpose, whereas the honeycomb ones spread all the way out.
You're right there. Just got you on the reach.
So, yeah.
No, that's fair.
And they're on Amazon. They're like, now that I have them, they're worth it. I want to say like 60, 70. And like, yeah. But I got these on too. And, like, they do the job.
Dead.
Just barely had that caught.
That's 3.
Are you comfortable continuing the fight as you are?
Well, I mean, sure. Like, you learn it as we do.
Yeah, we're just moving out of the way of the other side. You're good. I'm dead.
Yes, nice. Bring you a little this way. are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good one.
I think you got here. No, I hit the sword card. I didn't hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still got a left hand.
Okay.
We get to do this fight now.
Okay.
Which if you're ambidextrous is great, but if you're not. Good.
Get my own hand with your sword.
Oh. Yeah, that'll happen. Trust me, I've been there.
Good.
You okay? That felt a little stiff.
I got really big plastic on.
Perfect. Okay. Cool. 2 more.
Okay. Oh, guys.
I think it cost me the arm to do it, but. Yes, right in there. Nice.
Thanks.
Good fight.
Yeah. What?
Would you like feedback?
Yeah.
You're really fast. You've got good calibration. I think you just need to like
Make the moves smaller.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're still learning, but that's a great start.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of specific things. So, right, work on tightening up some of the movements, making them smaller, a little less telegraphed. Not that they're super telegraphed right now, but like I've been doing this for a while, so I see them. But after you do that, start working on playing in the bind. So like where our blades are in contact with each other. I'm not gonna do anything, but so like if I push towards you and you carry over, then bring in your other hand. Yeah, and then from there, so leveraging with the blade and then incorporating that second hand.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I think that's like your next big step that you should focus on, because I think that'll make a lot of what you're doing more effective and scarier, and it's going to be really annoying.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited for you,
Yay.
as long as I'm not fighting you, then I'm annoyed. Another group that does sword fighting, I really like their motto is not the right word, and it's not a slogan either, but like I guess mantra.
Philosophy?
Contact, control, kill, right? So like get that blade contact, lock the other person down so they can't do anything to you, and then get them. Strike from safety, right? And right now you got all the speed, and you're putting it where you want to, as long as you get around my defense. But that's one method. The other method is lock them down and then go for it. I think.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, but I think you'll be good at it once you do.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Thanks, I had fun.
I'm looking forward to more.
Can't wait. So what is it called, and what do you do when the tip of the sword gets stuck in there? That happened last week. Again.
Okay, so you mean like what's the...
Or do you stop the fight altogether, or do you try to get out and then go out?
I would try to, depends on how much it gets stuck. So then put the tip in there, right? So if you shoot right through and you get my finger and you can get out, great, no reason to stop.
Oh, okay.
Right? But if you shoot through and let's say I start to move and the blade comes in like that, and then you're here and you're trying to pull back.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then, have a brief pause, call hold, our magic word, right? And just make sure the tip's still on there. And then after that, go back on guard and resume. Communication is like a huge part of this as a hobby because, like, again, we're not really trying to kill each other. It's all about fun. But safety is a big important thing. And if a tip gets stuck and potentially could come off, you want to stop and give it a pause because we don't actually want to kill our friend.
Have you ever seen a tip come off or heard about it?
Yeah, it's very infrequent because we check our gear before and during as we're doing this, and because of the tape, it's usually pretty obvious. So I got a red tip in there and I got green tape. All I see is green though, then I stop and check. And it's usually pretty obvious because it'll be in a moment like that where something gets stuck and snapped. They don't usually just kind of come up on their own.
Have you ever had people be unsafe, like the new people be unsafe, do something stupid here?
I've never seen anything that's made me tell somebody not to come back. I've never seen anything that unsafe. People have to unlearn some habits, but most people come and they watch that first time and they get a sense of what we're doing and some of the expectations around behavior, and usually there's not a problem. And if there is, the people that run the practice and that are authorized as the marshals to keep things safe, usually sit down and have a chat with that person and say, hey, you really got to shape up in this regard, or we're going to ask you not to come back. And if it becomes a mild issue where we're not like, you can't come here anymore, but you really got to work on this, it becomes okay, you can fight me, this person, and this person, because we know what to expect and what we're looking for. And until we see that fixed, that's your limit. You can come and fight us, but that's it. That's usually how we deal with anything that's borderline unsafe or questionable behavior. But for the most part, people generally get it and they play by the rules, and it's a good time.
No. Yo, hey, yo, hey. And too long.
Yeah, it's all the blood question.
Yes, nice.
Do you have a cut here?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of got him there. And you've also got me in the back.
Yep.
Nice. My brain was like, retreat, retreat. And it's like, no, I want to see what she does if I stay there. And the answer is that. So yeah, I should have listened to my brain. Did you get this?
I think so, but I think I was also late.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it was like a half feet later, maybe. But no, I think it was in time.
Yep.
You let me control both of them
Yeah, I know.
with the one sword, yeah.
So I started backpedaling.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what you need to do. All right, two more. Nicely done. You're looking pretty in control. Good. I think this will be a good form for you. I think this will be a good form for you.
I think so too.
Yeah, if you're having fun, that's good fun, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome. Oh, it's a pleasure. Hey, get some water. Go beat up the end. Did you already fight Yen or?
Probably. If she's available. She's talking to Colleen.
Don't need to wake up. I'm better than I was.
I think A's is the form. Tutorials were the form that takes the most amount of time to get to like.
Well, I'm not in a hurry.
You know, yeah.
Alright, so I gotta go fight this thing. Okay. We'll see you next, or in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And that's good. That's good. Good advice. Do you have your phone with you? Take a picture of both of them. Yeah.
Did not give me a limit.
Oh, right. Okay. Here, let me. So it's also Darkwood. I've been doing these grips, these spiral grips.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I just love how they came out. Yeah. I put one on. I put one on my sword, and I put one on my dagger. Yeah, doesn't it feel cool? So something I discovered, right? Pick up the dagger in the right hand. Yeah. The curve, the spiral is like
Nice cut.
So, spinners will talk about this. If you look at them, right? You look at them, like spinning the motion, the top right below or left, top left below right. It does not matter.
Nice. Cut.
And this one is the opposite. One more? Right? It's what we call the spinners will refer to this as an S spin. S, and this is the D spin. I discovered I made myself an S spin on my dagger. Like, this doesn't change. Like, oh my god. No, you're in camera.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, you would. Absolutely. And honestly, to be fair,
Find the asphalt.
Yeah, I know.
That way lies victory. Yeah, that's better. You.
Rest. Because they were probably made by a right-handed person, and they weren't thinking about how it feels. Yeah, it is neat. Yeah, let's do it. Are you doing single or anything? I'm doing single because my first real practice back. Yeah, sure.
So you're doing long bow?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my. As I said, I just rather keep my distance, and it's what I want to practice.
Yes, absolutely. Give me a couple on the face at range.
Yep. It's like a Honda too.
It's still one of those things that's like get it online and then just place it in front of you.
Right, exactly.
Oh god, it's been years since I've fought another speed.
Did you forget the point?
Oh, nice. No, I pretty much found it.
He gave it to you.
That sounds like it's very bad for you. It's okay.
It's nice if you want to go fast on sound. But sound reasonable.
Yes, came through. Nice.
Sound off.
feel like calibrating news.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. No. Yeah.
Yes, nice. You got the arm again, but like in a way that you would have like slammed me.
I'm just happy I got something.
Well, I watched you fight Bobby and I said I can't wait to fight past this kid. Yes, nice throw.
Gotta remember aggression. Gotta remember aggression.
Uh-huh. Great calibration too.
Thank you. Oh, nice.
Sorry, that was a little hard.
No, it's fine.
Ooh!
Wait,
Let's
look.
go out of the divot. On the solid ground.
Yeah, I see the hole in your logic. Yep. That's some spear on spear action.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Oh, no. Yes.
I really wanted to do that.
You were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
I can tell you just couldn't back up fast
You gotta make yourself a little belt sheath.
enough.
That's the real lesson.
Well, first if I can get a spear.
You gotta get a tonto. Right?
I got that on order too.
There you go. No, nothing. Maybe a tip cup, but those aren't legal, so. Oh. Alright, be less nice. Yes!
I know.
Alright, one more.
That's why it came out a little hard.
Because we're both going to tire ourselves out.
True.
God, the eyes on your mask are so unsettling.
I believe you can get the distance. One thing, yeah.
No, dead. Yeah, you,
Your shot bounced from my chest?
Nice. Thank you. Okay, fair enough. I'm sorry to lose my passes go fast. What was that?
Come on over if you want to learn how to.
Yeah, I'll see you. Alright, do one more, and then we can see what he's doing.
Game.
Actually, let me put this by Grim's car so I...
Oh, sure.
Thank you, Grim.
You're welcome. Poor trade. You were very afraid so. And they're both cuts too.
And then like have this, and then have the blank sheet that you can finish, and you can just like.
That's true.
All right. Come hither, they who want to learn.
Thank you.
I'm showing the game. Yeah, we were playing the distance game. It's a new one. It's a variation on the distance game. Yeah. Where you follow the leader. Okay. So, we'll pull my mask off. So, some of us before have played the game where I'm the leader and Grace is the follower, and if I do this, Grace follows me. Now, generally I've seen this played where there's a line of Grace following one person, right? This is a bad game. So here's the better game. So, it's not a great game. So, step one of this new game is that Grace is going to follow me. We're going to be at a set distance, and Grace is going to follow me however I move. Go ahead. Right? And it is her job to keep the distance regardless of how I go. Now, Grace's whole focus is on keeping the distance. Right. My focus is on pushing Grace's boundaries on her distance management and being able to provide her feedback at the end. I am not just here to be a dummy going, huh, huh, huh. I should be seeing if I'm moving around with Grace. Go ahead and respond again. If I'm pushing Grace around and I see that if I get close, she starts to lose the control of that, that's something I should be addressing with her. Like, hey, try to move a different way when you're going backwards, because as I start to close, you lose control of the distance. Maybe go circular next time. And then we reset and I do that again. Okay? Yeah, much better. Okay? That way I'm actually helping fitness through. Stage 2, we put on equipment, and we pick up swords. And Grace and I go on guard. Now Grace finds her range. Whatever she's comfortable playing with is the range she practices. Yeah. So then I'm going to go roughly in the guard. Now the game is still the same. I move, she follows. The only difference now is occasionally I'm going to throw a straight shot, and she has to, without thinking about it, very close. So if we go around, we're moving around. Grace is doing her best to keep range, and then I'm going to go back. Yes! And Grace's only thoughts are move in a space and parry repulse. I am, again, my job in this case is to challenge her. I want her to succeed 70% of the time. Any more than that, and she's not learning. Any less, and she's also not learning. Back on guard. Ready? If I go and throw an offhand stop line shot, and I see that that repost took a second, I'm going to throw it again. I'm going to throw it faster. I'm going to vary up what I'm doing to give Grace the best experience, and then provide feedback when needed. That's the new game. I encourage you guys, if you have the opportunity, grab somebody and work with it. There is no skill level required to play this. Marshall, you got a thought?
And you. How was the class fights?
Good. Fine.
My other thing is that the
Yes.
person you're doing, so you have the teacher. I don't know if you gave
the
titles
leader
to
and the
this.
follower.
Okay, the follower also feel free to talk to the leader, I think you said, to the leader and be like, hey, can you throw that again? Or hey, it should be an open communication thing. So feel free if your leader's misleading you.
Well, I mean, the leader's supposed to mislead you. Only footwork wise.
Thank you for your help.
All right, for real?
Yeah. Keep your range that you want to fight this in, and you can practice at whatever range. All right, I like that. Ready?
I only got my
Yeah. Did that shot hit though?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
You want to bring both? I'll fight.
No, I meant like you can fight.
Oh.
There it is. Yep.
Yeah, I'll take my two.
Get that distance. Get the distance. Get the distance. Yeah. Yeah. You went too far back though.
Yeah, and I went in a hole.
Yep. Let's try to move.
This isn't a great place for this.
Yeah. Which is why I haven't been like pushing it yet. Because it's hard to find enough open bounds to move quickly on. Are you at your range where you're comfortable? There. A little step. Take a half step. Yeah, there you go. Got it. Ready?
Which one is your baby?
Better. Yeah, good follow-up cut. Nice.
Yep. That was not a great one on me. What one? I was paying too much attention on footwork because you were chaining in.
Yep.
I was out of breath.
Yep.
I did not notice you throwing it until I felt it.
Yeah. The other thing too is your hilt started to come down, so you weren't in a good position.
We're gonna give it up. You're too good.
Good hand. I yield that. We saw how the other way goes.
So how you gonna learn? I'm not gonna force you, but how are you gonna learn?
Hey, no. Appeal to my reason.
But that was cheap.
Out of hand.
Right.